8 million dogs and cats enter into shelters across the United States each year. More than half of them will not make it out alive. I'm here to share with you the importance of pet adoption versus buying from a local breeder. It's important to know when adopting a pet that you're fighting against puppy mills, you get to save a life, and it benefits more than just one animal. Can you imagine forcing your dog or cat to spend its entire life in a small cage? That's what happens when dogs are put in when dogs come from puppy mills. Puppy mills are factory-style breeding facilities that house dogs in shocking conditions with no medical care. Moms are bred year after year with no human companionship. When they're no longer profitable to the breeders, they're sold in auctions, they're abandoned, or they're killed. One of the rewarding things about pet adoption is that you get to save a life. Too many pets come into shelters each year, and too few people think about adopting when searching for their next pet. When you adopt, you get a special animal, and you also free up space for another pet in need. 2.7 million dogs and cats are euthanized each year in the United States. HumaneSociety.org, facts and statistics. That number could reduce drastically if more people would consider adoption instead of buying from a breeder. When dogs enter shelters, there are a few things that can happen. They're just lost and they can be returned to their owner. They are transferred to other shelters because there's no room in the local shelter. They're euthanized or they're adopted. The 44% would look much better if it were dogs that were adopted and not euthanized. We all could benefit from dogs and adoptions. Everyone deserves all dogs deserve a loving home. Adoption has huge benefits because it helps more than just one animal. Animals in shelters and rescues have been tested for behavioral issues. The fosters have usually invested a lot of time to make sure that the dogs are trained, housebroken, if possible. They make sure that they get along with other dogs and cats, and they're good if you have small children. So it's always good whenever you're able to know what kind of behavior your pet may have. Another thing is that they're going to come fully vetted. They're going to have their microchip, spayed, neutered, all vaccinations are up to date. Most rescues will even include the first year of heartworm preventative and flea and tick treatment. If you purchase from a breeder, all those costs are in addition to the cost that you pay for your pet. The rescuers, top 10 reasons to adopt. Overcrowding shelters take in millions of strays, abused, and lost animals each year. And by adopting an animal, you make room for others. Not only are you giving animals a second chance, but the cost that you pay for adoption also goes back to the rescues and shelters to help other animals in need. So remember, the importance of adopting. You're fighting against puppy mills. You get to save a life, and it benefits more than one just animal. Adopt, don't shop. Thank you for your time. My name is Talia Walton.